not convinced that birds are real at all. They go offline like someone pulled the wall. My brain's been fizzing like a soda stream, and the forecast says the sky's about to scream. Tell me why the ducks are chanting, why the bathtub lights are slanting, why my therapist just texted low good luck. I don't know what to do. Today's One Tub Season 2. Gas Panic Preston in the stew. Rubber ducks and deja vu. Yeah, the whole damn show's askew. Would you punch a bear for bragging rights? Someone said they smell like motorbikes. My brain's still buzzing like a faulty fuse. And last night I dreamt in lowercase views. Tell me why the water's humming, why the chaos keeps on coming, why the bubble started unionizing too. I don't know what to do. That's One Tub Season 2. Gas Panic Preston breaking through. Chaos bubble storm the room. This whole damn show's a zoo. Maybe we're glitching in a bathtub dream, surfing lukewarm currents on a cosmic stream. Gas is taking notes like he's plotting a coup. Panic spinning circles like a rubber duckaroo. Preston saw the future and said, yeah, no, I'm keeping that too. I still don't know what to do. So that's One Tub Season 2. Gas Panic Preston pulling through. Rubber ducks unite the crew, and somehow chaos feels brand new. So that's One Tub Season 2. Gas Panic Preston pulling through. Rubber ducks unite the crew, and somehow chaos feels brand new.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Dads One Tub, your favorite mildly popular podcast that you get to listen to bi-weekly. We are here with our buddy Chump this week. ChumpNorris, 23.
Howdy doody.
The prodigal son has returned.
One of the co-inspirations for this podcast.
Making his season 2 debut.
That's right. Glad to be here. He's been doing a lot of traveling. You know, he got to go see the Grand Ole Opry, went and did some other things, went to Legoland, I think. Didn't you go to Legoland?
Yep, we did. We did go to Legoland and Disney World.
What is Legoland? I've only been to one.
Disney World.
Is Legoland there at the Opry Mills Mall?
Well, they have a Lego store, but no, we went down to Florida. Went to the Legoland theme park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, like.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
So you went to Legoland. Was Gimli there? But thank you. I'll be here all week.
Wrong Lego. That's Lego Lass.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies.
But yeah, I like Legoland. Legit, pretty cool. Like, it's good for little kids, not great for older kids. But I don't know. I was just walking around looking at all the giant Lego sculptures they had built everywhere. That was worth the price of admission for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. Kids absolutely loved it.
Like
and the park was empty. Like, it was empty. So, like, we just got to... I mean, there's a few rides. We got to ride them and just stay on and ride again. Like, we didn't have to go through line again and everything. So, it was a fun day. It was quick. Like I said, my kids are young enough. They just loved it, every bit of it.
Smaller scale, but the only Lego thing like that I've ever been to is they have like a Lego. It's like an indoor / outdoor Lego park that's in the what's it called? The one in Dallas, Gaylord Mills, Grapevine Mills.
I don't know.
Grapevine Mills.
Oh, Gaylord fits a little better. Dallas is pretty
Oh my gosh.
stupid.
For those who can't see under panic, For those who can't see, for the Tub Club members who will eventually get to watch this on video, Panic is under the
out a power
sides, is pulling out power tools in
What's
the
supposed
middle.
to bring power tools? I wasn't informed.
I don't have any of my power tools on me. I do have my auto screwdriver. That's it. My motor powered one.
Well, I have my little thingamabobber for my laptop is broke. So
Yes, the technical term, thingamabobber.
The thingamabobber for the laptop.
fixed it. I just got to make sure.
This is
Ow!
what true
I just got to make sure I
professionalism
don't
looks like.
reach my hand all the way back.
Yeah, but did you look at the doohickey to make sure that was insecure too?
Yeah, I did.
What about
It's right
the
next to the
control-
thingamajig.
I lost a screw in the little
Several.
I have the guardrail on the back of this.
Sorry, was that your best John Cena impersonation right there?
No, that's yeah, it's fuck y'all. Anyways,
For those who listen to the audio version, Panic was waving his hands in front of his face, and it looked like he was being John Cena.
did y'all see that?
I don't know, I couldn't
Did
see
I
him.
send y'all that video? Did I send you Preston and Gas that video of that wrestling event where they had like they pretended that
Yes.
like they straight up said John Cena come out of retirement and they played his music and the curtains opened, but it was like nobody come out. Like
You
it
didn't
was
send it to
invisible.
me, but I did see that video, and I was cackling at it. It's
They
so
proceeded
good.
to
So funny.
get the shit beat out of them by nobody.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was
Wrestling is-
cackling at that.
Wrestling is real, folks.
It's
Um,
it might be predetermined, but it's real. It's real to me. Damn it.
Then there's another one of this dude. He's Luigi, and he's got the power up box, and he's fighting the guy for it. He shoves him off, and then he pulls the star out of the box, and it's just the star balloon. And he pops the balloon and gives himself invincibility, and then
That's
proceeds to
so
beat the crap out of the other guy. So stupid.
I've seen one that's like Jesus in the ring, and he's like moving people with
That
his
one.
mind, kind of thing.
That was so funny. Have you guys?
Jesus was using the force.
Have you guys seen the
Live
wrestlers?
Celebrity deathmatch.
Have you guys seen the wrestler on TikTok, Stephen Flo?
No.
His whole gimmick is that he only says his name like a Pokemon, and his entrance music is Even Flow, but all the lyrics are Stephen Flow, Stephen Flow, Stephen Flow, Stephen Flow, Stephen Flow. It's so good.
Well, before we got on here, I sent Gas and Bigfoot Stick an ASMR video. It was the baloney ASMR. And
I haven't watched it yet.
Grizzly somebody or another. Anyway, he's a funny. Sometimes he's funny. Sometimes he gets on my nerves. But he basically
Oh,
bought
that guy.
he bought a log of bologna, like a chub of bologna,
Yeah.
and he cuts it open and he proceeds to just do ASMR with it, like smacking it together. And
Let's talk
kissing
about that
it.
for a second. How
Like
did
he's kissing it.
bologna?
He's going bologna kiss it.
How did bologna logs get the name Chubs?
Because it looks like a giant fucking chub dick.
Hold on, before we assume, before we assume that this is a chicken or the egg situation, was the bologna tube called a chub first, or were penises called chubs first?
If it was bologna
Depends on
tubes,
what
then
culture.
it was just wishful thinking for all the penises after that.
Yeah, real.
It
Real.
definitely gives you some insight, like into who named it that. Because I mean, it could have easily been called like, "Oh, I got a chode of bologna." So, I mean, just know a little bit about the person that came up with the term chub.
Got a chode of bologna. You want to
Okay.
just want to out of my
Micro
bologna
peen of
chode?
bologna.
Oh,
Just when they get the casing really loose and it just drops a couple nuggets in there.
okay. So
Cheese wheel.
that reminds. So my senior year of high school, we were doing nationals for jazz band, right? And we were taking a Greyhound basically all around the country for like winter break for part of these competitions, right? And my band director did not care about anything the seniors said because he's like, most of you are 18, you're fine, right? So my friend Nathan comes in.
Cotton.
He comes into the bus with a whole pizza and he walks it with it on his crotch and in front of the band director goes, "Did somebody order a pizza with extra dick?" And I don't know why this conversation reminds me of that. Maybe
Was it a sausage pizza?
it's probably that's what I'm saying. It was a sausage pizza, but instead of being like it was somebody ordered a pizza with extra sausage, it's just, did somebody order a pizza with extra dick? So
It's
good.
like when porn forgot the euphemisms.
Real.
Look, so Bigfoot Stick shares so many videos with us. Facebook Reels. And
I never
I've
watched
sent-
it.
I don't. There's some of them I don't watch. Like he sent like 35 of those Bigfoot and Jeff videos, and I'd already seen them all, so I just didn't click on them. All because I sent one Bigfoot and Jeff video in the group because we hadn't seen it and like we hadn't shared anything. And he's like, "Yeah, I watch them all the time," and he sends 30 of them, and I'm like, "All right, dude." Like I just discovered it. I did click on their profile and watch their videos.
Look like the AI Bigfoot guy.
No, this is some dude in an actual suit,
Oh,
like Hollywood style makeup, like legit.
That's insane.
that's funny.
Like it almost looks like the Jack Link's Sasquatch.
By the way,
guy.
can confirm.
Not quite as not quite as scary looking, but kind of goofy. But he's an idiot, and he does movie reviews, but they're all VHS tapes. And he's out in the
He
woods.
doesn't find any red ones.
No, he did Jurassic Park, and he's just like dinosaurs, and that's all he says.
So
But
can
anyways.
confirm in that group message on Facebook Messenger, we've had 13 videos shared since Monday. 12 were Bigfoot.
Did I share one, or I just sent? I sent the baloney
you
one.
You just sent one. You were the 13th.
Like I had to find for me to share something, it has to I have to laugh like physically out
Audibly.
loud, like
Yeah.
audibly, and I'll share it. If it's just dumb, I'll just send it to Gas separately and be like, "Hey, look at this shit." But anyways, how's life been, man?
Who's that directed at?
You.
All of you.
Oh, me. Oh, yes. Yeah, life's been good. Like I said, we're staying busy. We've been traveling a lot. Been homeschooling the kids and stuff instead of doing the public school this year. So that's been keeping me extra busy during the day.
How's that
But yeah,
going?
it's going really good. So yeah, we are bringing another soon-to-be socially awkward adult into the world.
Congrats.
No, I'm just saying by doing
That's
the
what-
homeschooling thing.
Oh.
I was like,
That's always the joke.
that's what happens.
Homeschool kids are weird.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah,
I
no,
can't
it's-
confirm. I've got a cousin.
Yeah.
I got
really-
guys. But yeah, it's going good for him though. Like he's enjoying it, and we don't have to be up at the butt crack of dawn to get him to school and all that stuff. It's just, and like a 7-hour school day is whittled down from anywhere to like 45 minutes to about 2 hours, just depending on how fast we get through everything. So it's
that makes you
yeah,
wonder,
it's like
right?
That's the greatest thing ever.
That makes
Oh,
you
yeah.
wonder, like, what do they actually do for 7 or 8 hours when you can get through your lessons for homeschool in the matter of an hour or two?
I think part of
a lot
that
of fluff. It's
part of that is fluff, and then also teachers having to manage depending on where you live, 20 to 40 kids in a classroom for an hour at a time.
Look at Preston being all logical.
No, but like,
it's,
Look,
a lot of it is my wife was a teacher, so it's like a lot of it is stuff, you know, like what Preston talks about of just classroom
Busy
management
work.
shenanigans, time in between classes, your lunch breaks, your arrival, dismissal, all that stuff. So there's a lot of fluff in there, but I think a lot of it is just like, all right, we need teachers, we need to pay them, but nobody can make a living being paid for 2 hours of work and then going home. So it's like we gotta pad the runtime a little bit to actually, yeah.
I don't know. If they were to cut it down to 2 hours, so you go to school for 2 hours, you drop them off at 8, but the problem is adults work.
That's true too.
So
Yeah, that's another part of it. Yeah.
Picking them up is the pickup. But I mean, 3 o'clock's not great either.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of
yeah.
the high schools around where I live does it super interesting, in which they only do 2 classes a day. Those classes are 2 hours each, but it's 45 minutes instruction, and then it's basically open office hours for that teacher in the classroom, where it's like, here's the little part of the lecture you need, here's instruction on your assignment for the day, the rest of your class time is yours to do the assignment, and they try not to do homework. It's just,
Interesting.
if you need that time where it's like, someone like me, like I'm going back for my master's right now, I'm super self-sufficient. Like, I don't need a lot of Professor 101 time. I know how to do the reading. I know how to do all the assignments. I know how to do all the practical stuff. But like for the rest of it, like there's people that are like, I need professor hours. I need this. I need X, Y, and Z. It's more structured like that for a public high school, which I find very interesting. But then the rest of the teachers' hours outside of the 4 hours for them to be at the school for 7 hours a day is them actually having time to grade.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because that was one thing. It's like my wife, like, sucked for my wife, is like she would spend all day at school meeting with students, doing all the lesson planning, all that stuff. And then she would get home. She's like, well, now I got to grade things for 2.5 hours. Oh, now it's bedtime. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's pretty wild.
I've got one of the girls that's on the softball team with my daughters. She's homeschooled. Well, both the kids are homeschooled, but they do their stuff online. Like they've got like a computer or a phone or a tablet or something. They do it all online. She'll get up at like 8:30 and be done by 9:15 with all of her lessons. Yep. And then proceeds to go right around with her dad when he does Instacart, or she'll go downstairs and do softball stuff or just watch TV all day. And it's like, well, that must be amazing. But here I am sending my kids to school just to get away from them for a while. You're going to school.
That's the silver lining about like sending your kid to school. You get a break for a minute.
We're making the change for the girls. We're actually going to move them to a new school for middle school. Juniper, the littlest one's it's a little bit easier to transition to a new school because she's in pre-K, so she hasn't really started a real school yet. So once we get her into kindergarten, it's a little bit easier because she can stay at the one place the whole time. But for the girls, it makes more sense for them to go to school where we live in Tennessee versus driving to Georgia. So it just makes more sense to do that. And it saves us about $3,000 a year in tuition to go to that school. So that's nice. It's a vacation at least.
I brought up the alternative option for us tonight when we went and picked up dinner. And I think we're gonna try that.
The address to
Saddle. It's a Saddle Ridge.
Oh yeah, do that. Send her there, and then transition her to Heritage, or wherever you want to transition her to after middle school. Because she's got, I mean, it's 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
And I actually asked her if we had an option to send her to a different school, would she want to do it? And she said yes without hesitation.
Yeah, my two did too. They're like, fuck all these rich white kids. They're mean to us. And the bad thing is Gas and I probably make more money than half the parents that our kids go to kids' parents, like the kids our kids go to school with.
Oh, are there the kids where like they think their parents are rich because their parents fake being rich?
No,
Well, it's because their parents their parents were rich when they were kids, so their parents still live that way.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That's,
Yep.
That's also just like the built-in mentality for our hometown.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mayor who has just been removed from office for sexual harassment and saying the N-word on recording is
On a
now
pocket
selling
dial.
shirts on a pocket dial. Is now
pocket
selling
dial
shirts that says they posted tonight. They're selling shirts tonight for the hearing down in Walker County. It says, I ain't part of the clique. Mayor John Smith. I'm not going to say his name. Well, no, Mayor Trey Deck. You could just Google it and it'll tell you his name.
Yeah.
Mayor Trey Deck, and I'm like, you're not mayor no more, so can't use that. But at first it was fishy the way they were doing it because they kept it so hush hush. And then when I actually listened to it, I'm like, if he did do all that shit, he shouldn't be in office.
Yeah.
But who knows?
It's still kind of shady how they did it. I will say that.
Yeah, so they held on to it to push it past the 2-year mark. So if they would have held the trial back in November, or the meeting, the session back in November or December, the city of Chickamauga would have voted on it, like the residents. But they held it until after the first of the year because, according to the charter, after that 2-year mark, the city council votes on it, not the citizens, the council members.
That's so
They
shady.
held it so they held it so the council members could vote on it. So,
And
But
they
anyways.
also had they also had ulterior motives too.
That's really sketchy.
yeah.
I swear, like people that think that politicians actually care about them
Oh
are
no.
like the same people that think that strippers actually like them for their charm. It's like
Wait, they
there's no
don't?
correlation.
Panic! I have some bad news.
I'm told from very reliable sources that no, it's more about the dollars in your pocket.
We
Panic.
we
We
did
need-
get an idea for
So
a new
you-
podcast out of the whole thing though.
Panic!
Yeah.
Sparkles doesn't love you.
Look, so I'm gonna tell y'all
But you got a shot with
kind of a
sister.
funny epiphany that I had in like when I was still in the military. Because in the military, everybody wants to go to the strip club when they're overseas and stuff like that. That's the fun thing to do. Go get drunk and look at boobs. Why not just get drunk, find somebody local and look at their boobs and have a chance to play with those boobs instead of paying money to not play with boobs.
The answer is they're most likely
Instead
19.
of not emptying your bank account to play with those boobs.
Well, they
But I
might
did
still have
learn-
your bank account.
So I did learn strippers tend to like you more and are willing to, like, you end up becoming friends with some of them when you're not one of the guys sitting at the stage watching them dance. You're just at the bar by yourself hanging out while all your buddies are doing the stupid shit, and you're just kind of keep it to yourself because you have to be there because of buddy system. So
Yeah.
like I went to one of the girls from Guam. I ended up becoming really good friends with her. Ended up going to her wedding in Indiana when she moved back to the States. I went to her wedding. She sent me an invitation for her wedding. And I'm like, yeah, as a stripper that I knew from Guam. And people are like, and I'm like, nope, not in that way. I refused to throw money at them and I would just hang out and talk. That was really it. So if you're not a sleazeball, they tend to like you a little better.
That's a crazy concept. If you're not a sleazeball, they will like you.
Right.
Yeah. If
I don't know.
if
I don't
you're
know
a
if that math
sleazeball,
checks
they'll
out.
just well,
That's girl
if
math.
you're a sleazeball, they pretend to like you as a person just because you're going to give them money.
Yeah.
It's called acting. Like they're some of the greatest actors in the world.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the show Bridgerton's just a bunch of strippers that they hired to act in the show.
Can you set your source on that one?
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to season 4.
How is watching Bridgerton?
You're already through 3 seasons of it.
No, I'm on season 2. I start season 2 tomorrow night. Okay,
Ah.
surprisingly, it's actually pretty good. It's got enough of the.
Areola.
It's got enough like drama in it. No, there's not enough tit shit. What'd you say?
That's areola.
Oh, and now unfortunately, I've only Daphne in season 1's the only tits we saw that whole season, and they're okay. But she probably was one of the better looking ones in that season. Like, I'm not looking forward to season 4 because it's a Penelope episode, and Penelope right now is this awkward little chunky girl that cries a lot. Like, I don't mind the outward appearance. It's just she cries and whines a lot, and I just really don't want to watch a whole season about her whining because a boy doesn't like her.
That's
So
fair.
no thanks.
So I know nothing
It's-
about the show Bridgerton. What's like the basic synopsis of it?
Essentially, it's right after the American Revolution, so it's during that time.
Okay.
The states are a real thing, and King George has lost his mind, like he's nuts. Alzheimer's more than likely, but
I thought it was all the incest they do.
It's
That's the same thing.
It's like Game
That
of Thrones for
Same
it's
thing.
like Game of Thrones for women in society in London.
yeah.
Okay.
So essentially, each season is a whole season about the where they marry off somebody. So they go through like this whole courting, and there's scandals and drama and sex and more sex and that kind of. It's
But
just
not quite enough areola.
not. My wife says in season 2 you get a little bit more because it's. So the whole premise of the show is about the Bridgerton children. So each episode is about a different Bridgerton. So unless you're watching the Queen Charlotte season, which my wife said was terrible, but anyways, it's just Grey's Anatomy with titties. It's really all it is, and no doctor shit. So
So nothing like Grey's Anatomy then.
it's made
Or
by the
just
same
drama.
lady.
Is
It's
it?
made
Totally
by
made by
the-
the same lady, and it's just like
Yeah,
it's a
Shonda-
drama show.
Shonda, whatever her name is, created this show. So it's Grey's Anatomy on the society side versus like the hospital side.
Okay, gotcha. So like same.
It's
style,
what they all do
writing,
after
same,
work.
like-
Didn't one of
Yeah,
the Grey's Anatomy
same
stars
concept.
just die?
Yes, Eric Dane, and I
That's
don't
it,
think of
yep.
him as a Grey's Anatomy star. I see him as the lieutenant colonel from The Last Ship. Okay,
Oh, that's so right. He was in that. That's so
Yeah,
right.
such
Yeah.
He was pretty
such
young
a
too.
such a terribly bad show. Yeah, he died of ALS. I just watched. They put
Oh, really?
there's a documentary on Netflix. Yeah, he was 48, 50 years old. He's in his 40s or 50s.
Oh man, that's young.
Yeah, he died of ALS, but he just put out a video, or they did something on Netflix called The Final Words. And it's,
Oh, he did a final words?
yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, he did a Final Words for his daughter, for his daughters on Netflix, and so they would release it after he passed. And people are like, "Oh, you should have saved that for his family." And everybody's like, he wanted the world to hear what he was saying as well. About, not taking things for granted, things like this, because, he was the guy from The Last Ship. He was McSteamy and Grey's Anatomy or whatever they called him.
So
Dr. Sexy, I don't know.
for those who don't know what Last Words is, Netflix has a show for actors and celebrities, CEOs who know that they're going to die within the next few years because of some complication, where they do one final public interview with someone on like a Netflix set, and then after they die, they release it for everyone to see.
Pee Wee Herman
Yeah,
just
and
did
it
his
was-
on HBO.
Yep.
Pee Wee Herman just did a whole damn documentary, which was great. It was so good. But no, it was hard to watch because, like, watching the shows that he was in and seeing how he was before ALS really hit him, and then just seeing the toll it took on his body, the loss of muscles and everything, the fact that he was struggling to talk in a wheelchair was pretty crazy. I mean, it looked like him, but it didn't look like him to an extent. So, but anyways, that's enough about Bridgerton and Grey's Anatomy. So, yeah. What's the weather like, Preston?
Our weather report today comes from Ding Dong, Texas. It's actually nothing too crazy. I just wanted to say Ding Dong, Texas. Today, Friday, February 20th, at my time on the Pacific, 6:05, but I think it's 8:05 over there. It is a cool 59 degrees with 7-mile-per-hour winds. I just wanted to say Ding Dong, Texas. I didn't have any other euphemisms other than I just want to say Ding Dong.
Never thought I'd be jealous of Ding Dong. I could go for some of that weather right now.
Right?
I don't know. It was 68 here today.
Chump just admitted to wanting Ding Dong.
And that's why I do this, baby.
He's still searching for that elusive red videotape.
Every time we were talking about Chody Baloney, it's just been on my mind.
At least casing.
So, you shared a game, like you put a game in the Discord today that what was it? The research?
Oh,
Roadside research.
Gotta pull it up.
Roadside Research.
Yeah, roadside research.
The game looks freaking hilarious.
It actually looks really good.
So I've watched a couple of people play it. It's hilarious. It is so funny.
Oh yeah, it looked good.
I don't know where you put it.
It's
I
inside.
sent it to you in,
It's
It's
if you
in
go
our
with
group message.
our group chat with.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
in our private messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so fun. Once Game Hub comes to Mac and I'm finally freed of my shackles, this will be a game I will play. It looks super, super funny. You're essentially an alien that's undercover, and I have to pretend to be human. I'm a human who is stocking shelves. But you're doing like secret alien research tasks like, oh, you just drink out of this cup? Let me go wash it in the back. Swabs it for human DNA for research. It looks insane.
It's a convenience store simulator game, but also you're aliens trying to figure out weaknesses of humans.
Yep. It's so good.
So it looks
I
like
like
you're
the fact that
booby
it-
trapping your own store to see, like, oh, this human just slipped and fell in this puddle of water I left here and busted a skull open. So that's something we learned about humans. But you also have to try to not out yourself as an alien too. So it's
Yeah, I like the fact that they're wearing paper
damn funny.
masks.
So that's one of my favorite things. So you can draw whatever you want on those paper masks too. So you can
really? I can see that.
fully customize what your paper mask looks like.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
There's
They give you, like,
lot
a-
of
What we
people with
should
dicks in
do
their
is-
face, I can tell you that.
TTP is insane on this one.
We should play, and everybody draws somebody else's face.
Yes.
That could be good
Yep. I love that.
or terrible. I don't know. It could go either way.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So I have that on my wish list on Steam, and because I saw it and I was like, that looks funny. I did. So I just tried out. I did the demo. There's a new game coming out this year called The Ranchers or whatever. And it's supposed to be like a Stardew style cozy
guns.
game with guns and stuff like that. It sucks ass.
Oh.
That's such a letdown.
I made it 4
That's a
minutes into the. So you land at an airport. This lady meets you to take you to the ranch, and you have to get in this car and drive. And it's the worst freaking controls I've ever seen. Somehow I ended up in a garage. I wrecked, and I was going to go to the garage and fix my car before I went back to the ranch. and I got into the garage and it said nothing to fix, but somehow my car ended up sideways and I couldn't get it out of the fucking garage.
Damn.
Like there's no reset, there's nothing you can do to get it out of it. And I'm like, well, now I don't know where I'm going because it takes away the map to the ranch and it just gives you a map to the car, like directions back to the car. So it's like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm in a Vegas clone city. So I don't know. Maybe it'll get better, but just that beginning point of it was not a good time. It was, they tried to do
so
too
weird
much.
with like, it's so weird like with games. Like I saw like a meme with it. I can't remember which game it was, but it was like a game that they ported over from another system, 64, a 64 megabyte cartridge, and just through like creative programming, they were able to condense the size of the game to fit on an N64 cartridge. It worked flawlessly. It even looked just like even better. I think it was a Resident Evil game, but like it looked even better than the source that they brought it from. And I was like, they were able to do that back then, but now it's like you release a game that's like 600 gigabytes, like freaking Call of Duty, and then it doesn't work on launch. It's like
The Resident Evil, the Resident Evil game you're thinking
do
of.
this like back in the day.
The Resident Evil game you're thinking of.
Scam.
The Resident Evil you're thinking of is Resident Evil 2, and the story behind them compressing that game down to an N64 cartridge is one of the most insane technical stories I've ever heard in my life. It's
Like I said,
it's
it's so funny. Like they were able to pull that off with that technology back then, and then, like I said, nowadays with all the advancements and everything we have, it's like they release a game like the freaking Lord of the Rings game where you played as Gollum.
no, it's just called Gollum.
Launch. The game is just this is like completely broken. It's like why would you even release this? And how did we get so many games that played perfectly day one with no chance of being updated? It's like.
And
They just still do that today. Like,
that was that studio's first and last game.
yes,
The advent
the
of
whole
well,
studio shut
the-
down.
Yep.
The advent of the hot patch.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing where it's like now with hot patches and day one patches, like a lot of game development now is so much like when a game has gone gold now, and if you don't know what the term going gold is, it's like it's ready for print on disc or ready to be uploaded to like the major platforms on PC, right? The quality standard is night and day difference than what it was 10, even 20 years ago. Like just night and day difference.
Oh, and it shows.
It's
It
really
shows.
like if they can just get the game to a playable state in the first year of release, it's like a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, great. People turn it on and open the game and it doesn't crash their console immediately. We did good.
It's like, and one of the things I was
Don't worry
thinking,
about content later.
I was thinking about this recently. And we can bring in like a little bit of gaming news. Like one of Sony's most like beloved studios, or one that they purchased. Really, it's not a first party studio originally. They shut down this week. The reason why they shut
Which studio?
Bluepoint. Bluepoint was behind the Demon Souls remake and Shadow of Colossus.
A lot of the remakes.
They were doing a lot of the remakes because Sony's been doing a very large games as a service push, and Sony shut down their games as a service. They forced them to try and make a God of War games as a service, and it got canceled, and then it got leaked that it got canceled. And they had been pitching for 3 years about what game they want to remake next, and Sony would just not let them do it and not give them the money and resources. And when they would start on a prototype, they would shut down that prototype because even prototyping takes money. Like, I was thinking about that point of like, it's a miracle if a game makes it past 1 year of development at this point. Like, Bluepoint makes Demon Souls Remake one of the most critically acclaimed launch titles for the PS5. Shadow of the Colossus Remake, one of the best games on PlayStation 4, right? Ported and remastered the entire original God of War trilogy so that it works on modern hardware. Like, these guys are like tech geniuses, but like, nah, we can't do it because, doing high quality stuff and having a game launched fixed and like actually working takes too much money now.
Well, they should really learn from the whole Claire Obscura Expedition 33 thing, where it was like, those people that developed that game had been pitching that idea to Ubisoft for a long time.
Long time.
Ubisoft's like, oh, a game like that will never work. It'll never work. It'll never work. So finally, like, F it, we'll do it ourselves.
And then
It's like all those people from Blue Point that were working for them, they've now just sent off on their own and to go do their own thing. Like,
yeah,
that's not going to end well for you.
I would.
It's not
So
like they're going to stop doing awesome stuff.
here's the thing. I would not be surprised. I need to look up what dev it is, but the dev that just did the Elder Scrolls 4 remake also did the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. They did both of those remakes. I would not be surprised because that dev studio has like 5 teams. I would not be surprised if they picked up all of those Blue Point people and made a 6th team. Like, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
Because, like, they do generally the same exact things, which is they understand the game that they are remaking and they keep that core essence, but then just really polish the gameplay on it, but not taking away of what that original gameplay was and just making it feel modern. Like, I would not be surprised if that dev team just absorbed Blue Point at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if they were smart, they would, because Blue Point's done some good stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
Did you just say legless man?
Yes.
What are you looking up legless man for?
Hillbilly. So I got a text. So sorry, I've been distracted. I got a text
You're not
message.
random words.
We had enough of our nerd talk for 5 minutes. Panic's got to look up something.
No, this happened like early on in the pod, and they're just finally responding. I just got a text message from a random number that says, "Hi, long time no see." Heart emojis. I respond, "So true. So many things have happened. I'm Nancy. I'm not sure if this is correct. Are you Kelly?" "Yes, I'm Kelly. Nice to meet you here. Can I see your picture now?" And legless man.
Sending a picture of Captain Dan.
Gotta Google.
No, Lieutenant Dan. Captain Dan. Oh,
This
Phil.
is the perfect photo. Right there. So got my pack of smokes in my lap and everything. Till I met a
love
man with
listening
no
to those text
legs is what that
messages.
says.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, that's
sorry. I looked up the
nice to
studio.
meet you too.
I looked at the studio. Virtuous. So they have like 6 different. They have like a Vietnamese team. They have a South Korean team. They have a Canadian team. And like literally, they do everything from the studios will hire them to port or remaster, like we saw with Elder Scrolls Oblivion remastered, or like they're a support studio. Like they did support for Metroid Prime 4, so it actually runs well on the original Switch. But like they also like the PC port for Hogwarts Legacy was them.
okay.
So they have like a bunch of different like a blue point would be like an amazing like get like a lot of those devs just like make a new team under Virtuous like Virtuous. I'm pretty sure Blue Point was US based, so just be like, hey, this is our US studio. There we go.
That's so concerning that Sony that so many of the game companies are wanting to do like like what would you say like
Live
service
service
games,
live service
Yeah.
games. So
I hate that whole idea of like live service continually just adding content to games like they just never end.
so
It's like
here's the fun part.
Yeah, it's weird.
So Sony PlayStation Studios has I think about 12 studios within it as of the last 5 years. Sony had purchased 5 studios. 3 of them have shuttered because they tried forcing them to do live service games. One of them was famously Concord, right?
Yeah.
One of them was famously
Concord.
infamously Concord, right? But because of that, like Wolverine was delayed because they tried making Insomniac doing a live service Spider-Man multiplayer game that we saw a leaked trailer for but got canceled, right?
Yeah.
Sony Santa Monica and Blue Point were going to do a God of War 1, but then that got canceled. Currently, we see one of the live service games about to coming out from the Horizon devs because they're about to do their version of Monster Hunter, which I don't know how well that's going to pan out, right? Bungie's about to do Marathon and adding a second live service game on top of the one live service game that they can barely keep running. Like,
Isn't High Guard also a live service game that's about to fail already?
it's already
came out. It's already not dead.
It's already dead. So most
Yeah.
of the team was laid off.
Yep.
So like
That's
this is just how nerdy I am. So Sean Layden, who's the old PlayStation head before they replaced him with Herman Holst because he refused to do live service games, in an interview basically was tooting his own horn like, this wouldn't have happened if I was here because I know the market, and the market says that most people at most will play one at a time. Why are we trying to have all of the PlayStation studios have a live service game? When you think of PlayStation, what games do you think of immediately first party?
Herman's pretty good.
I think
at that.
Uncharted.
Uncharted, The Last of Us, God of War. What do all those games have in common?
Infamous.
Infamous,
Not
right?
live service.
Not live service. Like really good single player games. Like excellent single player games.
Herman directed all.
The
of them.
only one that has been like exclusive that has really been multiplayer is probably Halo. Because I mean it's still Microsoft even if they've ported it over to PC, but it didn't go cross, like it didn't make it to Sony.
So here's the thing about Halo, and this is as someone who enjoys Halo Infinite. The monetization in Halo Infinite killed that game. And that is someone who, after they...
I'm talking about it as a whole, like franchise-wise.
Well, the next Halo game is about to go multiplat.
Is it really?
Yeah, so the Halo 1 remake is about to be on launch with PlayStation.
Interesting.
I think at this
So I'm
point,
gonna go back
Xbox
then.
pretty much has to. Like,
Well, there's the gaming news
I
that...
saw like the PS5 has outsold every Xbox console, period. Not
Period.
just the
Combined, yes.
Yeah, like all of them
Combined.
So it's like,
Well, so
if we want people to play
will
these
say-
games, they've got to be released on PlayStation.
I will say this though too. Like I was an Xbox guy, but I got rid of my Xbox to go to PC because I can play 99% of the Xbox games on my PC.
So this
Yeah.
brings up an interesting point of news that happened today, though. Phil Spencer, head of Xbox for the last 20 years, quote unquote resigned, but from the outside looking in, it looks like the CEO of Microsoft forced him out.
Probably.
This is the guy who
So Spencer,
this is the guy who has been pushing Game Pass. This is the guy who's been pushing you buy it on Xbox, you also get it on PC.
yeah, but he did give a little bit of pushback when because they've been talking about the next Xbox
Yep.
version is basically going to be a PC.
Yes,
Steam
but
machine.
the new did you see
Like
what
a
the new
Steam
head
machine.
did you know what the new head of
Yeah.
Xbox said today though?
What did he
They're
say?
they're going back to a dedication on dedicated consoles. And they are slowly moving away from their PC initiatives.
That's not
Yeah,
good for
so
them, I
that's
think.
where the pushback
Yeah.
is. So, because that's one thing PlayStation has done is they have kept it strictly console.
Mhm.
And where you would think Xbox would have killed them is the inclusion of the PC stuff.
Well, kinda. PlayStation's initiative on it has been interesting. They're day and date
Yeah.
first on PlayStation, but a lot of their single player first party stuff a year or a year and a half later has been coming to PC. Like you can play Spider
Yeah,
they've been
but what I'm
stuff.
saying,
It's
Yeah.
just-
what I'm saying is the original thought process for the Xbox day one PC release as
Yeah.
well for the Xbox exclusives, technically that should have killed everything, as far as sales and just loyalty to it, but it really didn't. They didn't do that great of a job.
No.
Yeah.
Where Sony has, I mean, after the Super Nintendo, I skipped the 64 and went straight to the PS1.
But most people did.
And
Let's be
I
real.
was-
Yeah.
Well, but I was a
I had a
PlayStation guy. But I was a PlayStation guy up until the end of PlayStation 2 and the Xbox 360 came out.
360.
Yeah.
360. Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's
Yeah.
interesting
So
is
360 was the first time I went Xbox because certain games that I wanted were on 360
yeah.
and they weren't on PS3, and it was like crap. And
There's
it was
a
cheaper.
lot of people that switched to
Yeah.
360.
Well, I think that this has been one of the weirdest gaming generations. If we're talking across the board, like if you're talking about PC, because now all of these companies are like, oh, we have to cater to PC, and they don't know how to launch on PC, and all of these games are coming out horrible messes. Looking at you, Monster Hunter.
Busted.
Looking at you, Monster Hunter, a year after launch, finally fixing all of your bugs. Looking at you. You're looking at Microsoft, who has basically everyone saying today's their last nail in the coffin because Phil Spencer was like the one thing publicly that was keeping Microsoft gaming division really together. And the person who's coming in comes from it's currently coming from the software division of Microsoft, but her last couple of roles as an executive has been the executive that comes in and cuts costs across the board. So we're about to see a bunch of devs get laid off, and if this studio hasn't been performing, we're about to see a lot of game closures, right?
So
yeah.
you brought up Monster Hunter again. Can we at least say this? Let Monster Hunter be Monster Hunter and don't try to clone it, because nobody does a good job with it.
There has been
Yeah.
one game that did decently. The problem is it does it decently and not well. I don't even remember its name.
Dauntless?
No, Dauntless was bad. Dauntless was bad. I won't say that. No, as someone who played Dauntless for a month to try and test it out while it was an alpha, no. I'm trying to remember. It's like an anime-like game too. It does it decently well.
Yeah, but that's different.
It does enough different to where it's not an exact clone of Monster Hunter. But Sony sees the Monster Hunter money and now they're like, live service Horizon Monster Hunter? Huh?
I'm just not
that
expecting
sounds
much out of it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you can look at
So the other question I have is like normal, is PlayStation going to get first dibs launch of GTA?
So we don't know.
I don't think so.
We know as of right now GTA is slated for console exclusivity, and they're not doing an immediate PC port. And so
that's normal.
Which is a normal thing.
Yeah.
We know that historically.
You mean I'm not going to get to play it?
Yeah,
Not for 6
year.
months, probably.
A year usually.
I've
is
never played a
year,
GTA.
yeah.
I've never played a GTA and never had a desire to play.
That's fine.
So
I'm 50-50 on
that's
GTA.
it's not a knock on it, but it's it doesn't affect me for the exclusivity of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that historically,
For
PlayStation and Rockstar are buddy. Just historically. Since the games
Yeah.
have turned 3D. Even during the PS3 era, they gave them priority on a lot of things. So
I heard that Nintendo was going to come out with a their own version of GTA, and it's Bowser's gang.
I wish.
I was thinking that today. My kids, we've been playing
I wish.
Mario Kart, the Mario Kart World. And it's in that game, you can just free roam and you can drive around. There's other cars on the road. It's man, they are getting so close to Mario Kart GTA.
Dude,
How much
It
fun
makes
would that
sense.
be?
Hey, Bowser might finally get a piece of Peach.
dude,
Run up to Mario
Peach.
Kart, throw him out. Peach is in
Hold
the
on.
passenger seat. You're coming with me.
No. Here's the story. Mario and Peach had started a family. They hit tough times. Peach had to leave. Peach is
had
on
to
the
make
street
ends
with
meet.
no money. She's on the street with no money and needs that star fix.
have you
So what does
guys
she got to do? She's got to
What you
sell
gotta
sell herself.
have you guys
Gotta do
seen
what you got to do on the
She
street.
gets tired of
have
the
you
little
guys
unicorn.
seen the Robot Chicken
Oh, the vanilla
Shorts.
unicorn.
the Robot Chicken shorts that is Mario Kart meets GTA?
No, I haven't.
No.
You should look those up. They do. Robot Chicken has a series of 2-minute shorts in their episodes every once in a while, and it's what if Mario was GTA, and it's like instead of a getaway cars, they're driving around in Mario Karts.
That would be brilliant. Yeah, that would be fun.
I might
It's
get a
I'd
Switch
play
too
it.
if they do that.
We would stream it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I just want to be able to like get in a fist fight. You're just holding a red turtle shell, just bashing,
You're bashing
like,
someone's head in.
No, so
Yeah.
so like we're talking about all these remakes and how they fuck shit up and all that kind of stuff, and I'm a big Final Fantasy guy,
Oh yep.
and so Final Fantasy VII, the remake, so excited about it, and visually it looks amazing. They deviating the story and changing the story up like they did, kind of. I don't know. It wasn't
It's
to me this amazing game. It's a great game on its own. Like to me, it's a spinoff, or it's a.
So here's the interesting thing. Spoilers for the Final
Rewrite.
Fantasy the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. It's called Final Fantasy VII Remake because it's not Final Fantasy VII being remade. It is a sequel to Advent Children, the movie, in which Sephiroth goes back in time and is trying to change the events of Final Fantasy VII. And a lot of people don't like that. They basically Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy VII.
So I don't mind it if they would have marketed it that way. Like I would have been all for it because it's not like it's good. It's fun to play. I enjoy it. But for me, on the like what I was hoping to get was not what I got. You know, there's certain parts of the storyline where you're like, oh, I remember this. You know, in the pixelated PlayStation 1 version, the blocky PlayStation 1 version.
Blocky polygons.
Yeah, the blocky polygons, the greatest graphics ever made. So now in my brain, I'm hoping, which I don't know if we're ever going to get it because they keep teasing us, is the Final Fantasy 9 remaster or remake. Don't change nothing about the game. Just update the graphics. So the graphics were actually pretty good for what it was at the time.
So the Final Fantasy 9 one is rumored to be a graphical overhaul, and that's it. And like, it's a different.
That's all I want.
It's the original.
All I want.
It's not being done by Nomura in the 7 team. It's being done by the original Final Fantasy 9 director. So I'm like, great, fantastic.
Because that is, it's not everybody's favorite, but it's in my top 3. It's the Final Fantasy.
You either really love Final Fantasy 9 or really don't like Final Fantasy 9, and I'm in the camp that really loves Final Fantasy 9.
So do I. Like
that was one I never played.
Top 3. Like it's top 3. You know which one is dead last? Final Fantasy 12.
You're not a 12 person, huh? That's another one.
Garbage.
That's another one. Final Fantasy 12 is either some people's favorite or it's their least favorite.
So I don't know if
10
we've ever had
10-2 is my
10-2 is also amazing. I love 10-2.
I don't know if we've ever had this
10-2
conversation.
are my middle ground.
I don't know if we've ever had this conversation, Panic, but because I don't know where your stance is on like MMOs, but did you ever try Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah, so I have an account on there. I just haven't paid. Like I would like to get into it. For the little bit. So I did I paid the $20 that one time $20 thing, and you get like 30 days.
Yeah.
So I played like a month of it and really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Pretty solid game.
But it was it's fun.
My opinion, best MMO ever made.
Yeah,
not at launch, but when they did the Reborn,
when it's Realm Reborn,
ever made.
That was we talk about video game glow ups, like we talk about No Man's Sky, we talk about Cyberpunk, right? Where those devs totally turned those games around. 14, in my opinion, is the best glow up of any video game ever. Where those dev teams have turned it around.
It was the one that took down World of Warcraft.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never could get into World of Warcraft. Now, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, all for them.
Except for those
World
remasters.
of
I do
Warcraft?
not like those remasters.
Give me that old school shitty look.
Yes.
I played
the Windows 98.
I played WoW when it first started. And I had fun with it. Going back to Chodes, my main character was a dwarf named Chody.
We've come full circle.
So,
Yeah.
well, and to be honest, I mean, it's a game I watched it and I'm like, okay, that could be fun to play, but then the money portion got me.
Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I
Yep.
don't want to spend a shit ton of money on a game just to be able to play it over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Which
And
Final
that,
Fantasy 14 is the same way, but
So what about Chody? I want to hear about Chody.
yeah.
Chody was a dwarf paladin. I had a ton of fun with it, and then I quit playing it for like 6 months, and then they did like an update and released like a new DLC or something. I was like, I'm going to get back into it. When I got back into it, they completely changed the way paladins work, and I didn't know how to play my character anymore.
Yep.
I was like, well, never mind. I'm good. I don't
Yep.
need to jump back to paying what was like
they've
15
done
bucks
that
a
with
month
some.
just to-
They've done that with some of the updates for Final Fantasy. I think they have to do those kind of things just to like give some
Try to bring in
characters
new people.
variety. Yeah, to
Yeah.
bring in new people or to bring old people back, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
as far like I don't do story games. You know this about me. Like I don't do story, but the story for like the first 3 expansions, I haven't played much past that, but the story for the first like the original story and 2 expansions for Final Fantasy 14 was actually really good.
Josh Eeyore
Josh.
says that the full, if you complete the main story up through, I think it's the current expansion where it's like the full story, finally they conclude the main story arc for it and they're starting a new story arc. He says it's genuinely one of the best Final Fantasy stories in the franchise.
So I've heard that they are not going to do more expansions for 14, that they're going to release a new game.
Yep. That would make sense, especially because now that if that's creative, I want to say it's Creative Studio. I forget what Sony's studios are not named normally. They're like Creative Studio dash whatever number. Whatever the one that does 14 also did 16.
right.
Did
The
16.
guy that ran the 14 studio was the guy that came in and saved Final Fantasy 14.
Yes, he is.
But
And then he did say
the one thing
for 16.
The one thing that worries me about the new Final Fantasy MMO, though, whatever it ends up being, is that I don't think that the main guy, kind of like Sakurai is for you, Preston,
Oh yeah,
the main guy I think is going to retire.
yeah, that would make sense. I mean, if we're looking at the scope of video game developers, directors that are like super famous, like if you look at you look at like a Todd Howard at Bethesda, you look at a Cory Barlog who's head of God of War, you look at Masahiro Sakurai, Kojima, like all of them, their next game.
Kojima is the one for
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, yeah.
Not Kojima. Oh yeah, there's 2 Kojimas. I was thinking.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, no, because the one for Final Fantasy is also last name Kojima. It's funny. Both are named Kojima. This is probably the next game they release is probably going to be their last game, like across the board. That generation of game.
That's what I was going to say. We're kind of in a generational shift of game devs now.
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of your like big like studios that have started off as like genuinely creative, awesome studios went corporate
Yep.
Yeah.
and went creatively bankrupt.
Yep.
And now it's like people are starting to go to more the indie developers, like people playing Hollow Knight and Hades and Clear Obscure. Like it's
Look at how successful
People are
Schedule
going-
1
yeah.
was.
Schedule One, Repo, games like that. Yeah. I mean,
Now,
you could almost make
So-
those games on like a
Stardew Valley.
calculator, like a
Now-
graphing calculator. But it's like, oh,
I'm going to say this
So,
with the big.
hold on.
I'm going to say this with a big asterisk. The only AAA studio on the creative side of things that is still holding employees is still somehow Nintendo. Now, business side of things is a different issue.
Or what's the other one? The ones that did Baldur's Gate.
Oh, Larian. Larian is, but they're they're fully independent though. That's also the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're more.
yeah.
indie-
They're like
indie studios as
the
well.
mecca of independence.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do right now is alt where we're at, and I'm going to pitch something real quick. So, this episode being just a little over an hour long, or that hour time frame, is really not long enough. So, Chump, what are you doing in 2 weeks?
What am I doing in 2 weeks?
Yeah, not next Friday, but the Friday after. Because what I'm proposing is we have a part 2 of ChumpNorris, and we do another hour for the next episode to continue the conversation.
Bet.
Yeah, I think I'm down. Let's see. All right. So Friday. What did you say? Friday, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
be
so
the
it should
6th.
be the
It's gonna be
6th.
6.
Yeah.
I have something going on till 8 o'clock-ish. I don't know if I'm going to that or if that's just my wife. Says potluck dinner. I don't know if I'm going or if that's just
if
my
we
wife
need to
thing.
push it, if we need to push it to the like 2 weeks after that, we can too, and do a part 2 then.
That or I mean, we can even move it to another day.
Yeah.
Is fine
Yeah.
too. That's
Yeah,
the freedom
I'd be
of doing
fine
this
coming back in a couple
pre-recorded.
weeks, yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
on
So,
Saturday.
well, my thought process, because we keep talking, like we could keep talking about this subject for a good long while. Plus, we haven't really ventured any other subjects, which we tend to get into in a 2-hour time frame. So my thought process is to do a double feature with Chuck Norris.
Yeah, we can,
Almost to the triple feature
Yeah,
that
I'd be
you
down with
got
that.
with Pee Wee Herman.
and we can actually talk about the Star Wars Mandalorian Grogu trailer and my thoughts on it. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh my thoughts.
So that was my thought process, because we didn't get into like the movies that are coming with Spaceballs 2 and
Oh
the
dude.
new
Yes.
Mando Grogu trailer and some of the other stuff that's coming out in the next year or so that I'm excited and very scared. For.
If we're doing that, can I also give some homework for everyone?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
HBO Max dropped a Mel Brooks documentary, and it is really, really
so
good. So if you haven't watched it yet,
I'll watch it.
when we talk about Spaceballs 2, that documentary and like all of that will also kind of tie into it because it's also kind of promotion for that movie too.
He is one interesting dude.
Yeah, that's how
He's so interesting.
that's how we got on to the History of the World Part 1. And
Yep.
my kids watched that with me, and then it went right into Blazing Saddles, and I'm like, hey, y'all can't watch this one.
Wait till you're a little older.
You gotta wait till
I
you're
still
older
love
and
that.
don't live in my house.
I still love the made-for-TV edit of Blazing Saddles. Where it
It's
plays like the intro music,
so
shows the Blazing Saddles title, and then just immediately cuts to
it
credits.
cuts the credits. It's so good. So good.
It's
So yeah, so that's what we'll do is March 6th of 2026, we will come back and roughly we'll do that.
Or 7th.
The next episode will also be or 7th or 4th or 3rd or whatever day we want to do it. Who cares?
Who cares?
If
I
we want to
travel-
do
I
it
travel
next
that
week and
week.
just save it.
Yeah, we could do that
If
too.
we just want to do it and save it, we can.
Yeah.
If we got to do it next week and save it for moving forward, that's the nice thing about what we did with the podcast and not doing it live, which is great. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I didn't
totally
want
down for
to.
that.
I didn't want to go too much longer because it does cut into
Stream.
the evening time, and yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch
So-
Traders.
Yeah. So yeah, just I mean,
You
like
gotta
we
plan
always
for that
say,
Pokemon
we record this on Fridays, every other Friday, for a drop on Monday at noon Eastern. That following Monday at noon Eastern, for each episode. If you enjoyed it, rate us 5 stars. If you didn't enjoy it, rate us 5 stars anyways, and then just tell us to go fuck ourselves in the comments.
Real.
If you really truly listened to this episode, in the comments of your review on
I got one.
any of the platforms, tell us the name of Chump's World of Warcraft character.
Ooh, good one.
I was going to say to tell us that Preston likes upside down Snickers.
God.
No, because that next episode I do want to talk about the Tuscaloosa beef wrap.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I do want to do an Urban Dictionary segment on the next episode because
Perfect.
it fits all of our humor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we Chump, throw it out there. We know. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you're working on. Content wise.
Oh yeah, I'm just ChumpNorris on YouTube. Yeah, and on Twitch it was ChumpNorris23. On YouTube it's just straight ChumpNorris. Yeah, try to do streams a couple times a week. It's not worked out for like the last month. Just a lot of family stuff and everything has gotten in the way. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff there. Starting to get more into video editing. Just got this little doohickey here.
Love my Focusrite.
Yeah, so I can actually plug my guitar and starting to record, make some music and stuff. So I'm
heck yeah,
doing some more stuff with that. I've been trying to get with my buddy to do some movie reviews, but again, life be life, and so it's been harder to pin that segment down. And
Chump, here I'm going to make a promise to you. I will come do movie reviews on movies that I don't watch with you.
Okay. Yeah, just do a whole review based on the cover.
No, not even that. I'll just make it up.
That's actually a really funny podcast idea. Judge a book by its cover. Can you guess the movie plot and review it based on just the cover alone?
That would be funny.
I fucking pitched that when we talked about season 2. God damn.
Now, did I just make that joke to make Panic mad? Because I did know he pitched it.
Anyways,
and by the way, Chump, we want to get you on an episode of Tub Time Trivia or Tub Trivia Time.
Tub Trivia Time.
I'm down.
Yep, Tubby Feud. Yeah, that'd be a good time.
In a ring.
Anyways, I'm sick of these assholes after that trying to steal my idea. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to hang out with us. Go check out ChumpNorris over on YouTube. It's a good follow. He's a good dude. He's funny as shit. Like I said at the beginning, he is kind of the third part of the inspiration for Two Dads One Tub. It all started with a conversation about hot tub streaming, and that's where it all came from.
Power World.
In Power World. And we had a guy that was high as a kite. Yeah, we had a guy that was high as a kite that we forgot was playing with us chime in 45 minutes into the conversation.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah. But anyways, we appreciate it. Remember, we're going to be live. Well, this episode will be available on Apple, Spotify, Google, not Amazon, because fuck that guy. I'm going to quit saying that if it ever does be able to go to Amazon, but until then, fuck them. And as always, rub-a-dub-dub.
Thanks for hanging in the tub.
Take care.
See y'all.
I'm not convinced that birds are real at all. They go offline like someone pulled the wall. My brain's been fizzing like a soda stream, and the forecast says the sky's about to scream. Tell me why the ducks are chanting, why the bathtub lights are slanting, why my therapist just texted low good luck. I don't know what to do. Two Dads, One Tub, season 2. Gas Panic, Preston in the studio. rescue. Would you punch a bear for bragging rights? Someone said they smell like motorbikes. My brain's still buzzing like a faulty fuse. And last night I dreamt in lowercase views. Tell me why the water's humming, why the chaos keeps on coming, why the bubbles started unionizing too. I don't know what to do. Chump season 2, gas panic, Preston breaking through. Chaos bubbles storm the room. This whole damn show's a zoo. Maybe we're glitching in a bathtub dream, surfing lukewarm currents on a cosmic stream. Gas is taking notes like he's plotting a coup. Panic spinning circles like a rubber duckaroo. Preston saw the future and said, yeah, no, I'm keeping that too. I still don't know what to do. That's one Chump season 2. Gas panic, Preston pulling through. Rubber ducks unite the crew, and somehow chaos feels brand new. That's one Chump season 2. Gas panic, Preston pulling through. Rubber ducks unite the crew, and somehow chaos feels brand new. If the bubbles burst and the lights turn blue, just remember nobody here has a clue. Season 2's wild, unhinged, and sincere. See you next week. Bring snacks and maybe fear.